Hello guys, I am Sheikh Mainuddin. Today I give notes chapter 2 Scope of Educational Psychology. I hope myself this video is helpful for those who are prepared for PGTRB examination, TET examination and SLET examination. So still those are not subscribed my channel, don't forget first subscribe my channel after I give any notes. These notes are notifications comes to you. Thank you, all of you. Go to take notes. Chapter 2 Scope of Educational Psychology. Educational psychology is the science of education which mainly deals with the problems of teaching and learning and helps the teacher in his task of modifying the learner's behavior and bringing about an all-round development of his personality. Therefore, while in psychology the scope of study and the field of operation are extended to cover the behavior of all living organisms related to all their life activities in educational psychology. The scope of such behavioral study has to be limited within the confines of the teaching learning process. Studying the behavior of the learners in relation to their educational environment, specifically for the satisfaction of their educational needs and the all-round development of their personality. Specifically, thus, the subject matter of educational psychology must be centered around the process of teaching and learning for enabling the teacher and learners to do their jobs as satisfactory as possible. Let us first see the different issues that may be involved in an ongoing teaching learning process. For improving the processes and products of the system related to teaching and learning, we will have to improve all the ingredients of this phenomenon. For this purpose, the basic questions involved in the teaching learning process must be satisfactorily attended to. Who is being taught or educated? By whom is he to be taught or educated? Why is education to be provided to the child, or what are the values or objectives that are to be aimed at through the teaching learning process? What is to be taught, or what learning experience is to be imparted to the learner for achieving the desired educational objectives? How, when, and where should these learning experiences be satisfactorily provided to the learner for achieving the desired educational objectives? Educational psychology seeks to provide satisfactory solutions and answers to all the questions raised above except the why of education, as this is purely the concern of educational philosophy, a matter to be decided by society or the government. Therefore, all texts of educational psychology are loaded with material related to the other six basic questions. Who is being educated? The individuality and personality of the learner must be known before he is taught or subjected to behavior modification. Therefore, topics and contents like the following, which are helpful in exploring the individuality of the learner, are to be included in the study of educational psychology. The process and pattern of growth and development during different stages of an individual's life. His instincts and other innate abilities, the learned and acquired abilities, individual differences in terms of abilities and capacities, and their measures, such as the extent of interest, aptitudes, attitudes, intelligence, creativity are also important for personality appraisal. By whom is the learner to be taught? In order to achieve the desired success in any teaching learning process, the role of the teacher can never be minimized. In fact, much depends on the competency and capability of the teacher for carrying out the desired task. Not everybody can be entrusted with the crucial task of behavior modification and personality development of a number of children studying in a class or school. One has to make oneself capable by equipping oneself for it. For this purpose, the teacher himself must be acquainted with his own self, the expectations from him in terms of personality, characteristics, role playing, and work habits. Personality traits and characteristics of good teachers, duties and responsibilities of a teacher, measures for knowing and doing away with his own conflicts, anxiety and tension, teacher's motivation, level of aspiration, adjustment and mental health. What is to be taught? Educational philosophy, depending on the needs and wishes of the society or government, educational psychology plays its role in deciding the type of learning experiences suitable for the children at each developmental stage by keeping in view the differences in their potentialities. The subject matter of educational psychology thus definitely covers the topics helpful in suggesting principles, methods, and techniques for the selection of the learning experiences appropriate to each developmental stage of the children. It enunciates how to organize the contents or topics grade-wise for giving them the shape of a syllabus or curriculum, how to cater for the individual differences and individuality of the children in framing the syllabi or curricula is also taken care of by educational psychology. The subject tries to encompass the essential knowledge and skills for equipping the teachers to plan, select and arrange learning experiences to the children suitable for their age, grade, and also meeting their specific individual potentialities. How are the learning experiences to be provided? Nature, laws and theories of learning, remembering and forgetting, means of effective learning and memorization, transfer of learning or training, sensation and perception, concept formation, interest and attitude formation, thinking, reasoning, and problem solving behavior, etc. When and where are the learning experiences to be provided? Every time and place or environmental situation is not suitable for a particular piece of instruction or the sharing of a learning experience. The effectiveness of a teaching learning program depends largely on the suitability of the teaching learning situations in terms of time, place, and other environmental factors. Educational psychology helps the teacher and the learners to understand the suitability and appropriateness of a teaching learning situation for the effective realization of the teaching learning objectives. Classroom climate. institutional, organizational climate, individual, self-supervised, and group study, factors affecting attention, role of rewards and punishment, group behavior and group dynamics, guidance and counseling. Educational psychology, being a science of education, has to supply the necessary knowledge and skills for carrying out all the tasks of education. Education cannot be static and fixed or unchanging as it has to be planned according to the changing circumstances and needs of a particular society or nation. The subject matter of educational psychology, as also its field of operation, is therefore expanding day by day, and in view of this, it is not possible to limit the scope of this subject. The scope of educational psychology so as to leave the way open for its further expansion and declare it as having no limits to effectively fulfill the aims and objectives of education. Thank you for watching my guys. I hope this video is helpful for you. Don't forget subscribe my channel. After I give any notes, the notes are comes notification your channel. Thank you so much.